enjoy the dust coming out of the ceiling and the walls. Just enjoy it like a snow. Just stay under it and enjoy it. Oh my god, look at this dust. These are too beautiful. We have sands like this. We call them sand discs, or even are this sand sponges. You can use them. These are good for the corners and when you're gonna have a nice and actually sharp corner. But for the sand discs, if you are using this actually manual sander, or even you are using the machine, you have to first know the size of the sand disc. They come in 5 inches, 7 inches, or whatever. If you want to have a finest finish before painting, and you are going to prepare your drywall for painting, for primer, or any stuff like that, and you are doing the final sandings, it has to be done with a P240, because it's not too rough and it's not going to scratch the drywall. So it has to be fine, and it doesn't have to be actually too much rough, because the roughness is going to damage the drywall again. It's going to actually scratch it too much, so you have to do the plastering all over again. So do not use the 80, because if you use this 80, this one is so rough, and even with one touch on the drywall, you have to go for the plastering again. You can use this when you are gonna actually removing the popcorn of the ceilings. As you see here, we have a P120, which means the roughness of the sand disc. And where do we use a P120? Where do we use a P180? And also I have here P240. There are several sizes. We have a P80, and these are the roughness of this sand disc, and I'll show you. And P240 again. Yes, and I have one more here. This is the roughest one, Grit 80. This is perfect for the removal of this, actually the popcorn of the ceilings. You have to know where you can use them. So, and it's better to use it on a sander machine, because it's really hard to remove the ceiling popcorn with hand. It's really hard. You have to have lots of the strength, and then actually put lots of pressure behind this. I also have another method for you if you are gonna remove the ceiling popcorn, but for now I'm gonna waive that, and I'll let you know about it in the next video. And for this, so we now know the 240 is the finest one, and we use it on the drywalls when we're going to prepare it for the priming, and when we're going to prepare it for painting or any stuff like that. This is going to be the last, and actually this is going to be the final sanding we're going to use. In some cases, the plaster, it's too wavy, and you can see lots of residue on the drywalls. You can see lots of, extra plaster on the drywall. In that case, you can use a lower grit. You can use also P140 wherever your plastering is not fine and is not good, and you have to use lots of pressure. It's better to go with a lower grit, because the pressure is going to become lower. You are not going to just push it too much hard to sand it. So in that case, if you use this one, it's going to be a little bit easier, and after this you can use the 240 and a finer one, like an upper grit like 180, 240, that gives you a smooth finish that you rely on, and you can prime the drywall nice. It depends on your site. You have to take a look at it and see how is the finishing of the drywall. It's really smooth, so that's actually prepared for the painting and priming. That's the reason you have to know about all of this. Do not just use them randomly. You have to know about all of them. And this is all as long as I remember. If you have any question, you can ask in my community, or even comment on this video. And if there is anything I can help you, do not hesitate to reach me out. If you haven't watched my previous video about the plastering, you can check it out and see how have I done the plastering, so how you can have a smoother finish. And in that case, you can use a P242. If not, you can use a lower grit. That's it for now. I'm gonna start sanding the ceiling first, because when I'm sanding the ceilings, all the dust is gonna come out on the walls. So I'm not gonna start with the walls. I'm gonna start with the ceilings. Sand the ceiling first, doing the corners, and then I'll come down for the walls. And after After all of this, I have to clean out the walls, because if there is dust on them, especially when you're using the painting sprayer, all the dust is going to remain on the drywall, and when you rub your hand against the wall, you can feel the roughness on the drywall. So you don't have to do that. Make sure you clean out the drywall with a cloth or whatever. There are special actually sponges, you can do it, but unfortunately I don't have it here to show it to you. That sponges, you can actually rub it against the wall, and you can get rid of all of the dust with the help of that sponge. Or if you don't have one, you just have to use a like a cloth or the regular sponge that you have at your home. And after you're getting rid of the dust, it's time for the priming. Just vacuum everywhere before doing the priming. Make sure there's no dust on the ground, on the walls, because even a little bit of dust, it can show itself at the end. And when it shows itself at the end, you have to do the plastering, you have to do the sanding again. And when you have primed the wall and ceiling, it's really hard to sand it again, because a layer of the liquid has come on top of it. And even if you see on the bucket of the primers that paint that says sandable, actually I've gone that way before. These are not correct. It's really hard to sand it. You have to plaster it again to get rid of that roughness or even any hole or any scratch you see. So it's better to be prepared for everything from the beginning and make sure everything is smooth as going on plan, and then jump right into it and have the finest finish as we can. So that's it. Why not be prepared for everything at first and then go for the next level before jumping to the next level, and when we are not sure what's going on in the previous level. So that's it. Let's go for the sanding. I'm going to show you all the process and how do I do the corners, how do I sand the ceilings. And in this case, I'm not going to use a sander machine. I'll let you know in the next video. You can check it out, and why I don't use the sander machine. And if you have any question, and if you think using a sander machine is much better than this or is better than this, not much or less, you can use it. It's your choice, but it's not my choice, because I have experienced it before and I don't want to ruin the walls, or especially the ceilings, because it's actually really heavy. I know maybe I look strong and I can handle it, but after a while, when you're using the sander machine, all my shoulders, it's gonna get hurt, and I don't want to do that. And actually, at the end, it's gonna give me a wavy finish, so I'm not gonna do it. I will explain it in details later in the next video. Let's go. This one is really good for preventing the sand going inside your eyes or even your nose or your mouth, but actually really have. Instead of that, I'm going to use these glasses, clean it up. It's much easier. Do not push it so hard, because if you push it so hard, you just make yourself tired. Just leave it as is and rub it against the wall without pressure. I'm not pushing it at all. I'm just going left to right. That's it. Do not push, because if you do that, your shoulders get hurt as soon as you don't even feel it, because after that it will hit you whenever you're not working. Now look, how do I do the corners, and to have a sharp and nice finished corners. This edge of the sponge should go actually in the corner, and you have to go this way without pressure. You don't have to press it. If you press it, it's gonna scratch the ceiling or even the drywall. But this side, wherever this side goes, like this, it's gonna scratch that if you use the pressure. But if you go like the regular without pressure, like this, it's not gonna scratch anywhere, or it's not gonna leave any trace on the drywall. So without any extra pressure, just go 4 or 5 times. And then for the ceiling too, like this. This is gonna give you a sharp finish and nice finish for the corners, and when you prime it you can actually see the difference instead of just going like that or going like this. If you go like this, it's gonna ruin the sharpness of the corners, but if you go this way, it's gonna be much nicer. The space between this wall and this wall is not too much, so I cannot easily use this because it's gonna hit the wall again and damage the drywall. So in this case I'm not gonna use this because I sanded the ceiling with this sand disc, and because I had enough space, but for now I'm put it beside and use the sponge. It's safer in this tiny spot. So let's go take a look at this spot. We have to go the same way this. Go as long as you see the nice and smooth finish. You can rub your hand against the wall and see if there is any extra plaster. You have to again sand it. The tape never should be visible. A little bit is okay, but whenever you see the tape coming out, you have to plaster it again. You don't have to prime it. You don't have to prime it if you see the tape, because it's going to show itself, especially when it gets wet, shows itself more than regular. So do not just prime it and ignore it. You have to plaster it wherever you see tapes coming out. Make sure there is no tape visible. This is the whole process. There's nothing else left. If I have missed any point or anything, please comment below and let me know. I'm gonna share it with the other guys, whomever are watching this video, to just learn something, not from me. I'm just sharing something that I know, so you can use it too and you can share it with the other people. Thank you for watching. I forgot to mention, light is really important. Always use light, especially when you're doing the sanding. So wherever you're going and sanding, make sure you use a light in different directions, like here, like from the bottom, or even from the left side or the up side. This one is really heavy, but you can use a lighter one. I bought this by mistake when I just started my work, but it was too late to return it. Just make sure you buy a handy one and a lighter one so you can carry it with yourself. The one I mean, which is not too heavy. There is one way to prevent the scratches when you are doing the corners. You can just take out the sandpaper on one side like this, because the side that is scratching the wall when we are sharpening the corners is actually the side with a lower thickness. I mean this side. When you put it like this against the wall, this is the side of it which scratches the ceilings or wall on it. But when there is no any sandpaper on it and you are doing the corners like this, it's not gonna scratch the ceiling, because this is like a foam and it's really soft. If you are gonna prevent the scratching to the ceiling or to the wall when you are going this way, or to the ceiling when you are going that way, if you take this off, it's not gonna scratch it anymore. Going this way, I just make sure this side is against the wall, or this side is against the ceiling. I know it's boring, I know it's actually a messy job, but this is the bad part of the renovation. All of my contractors friends, when they reach this stage, they're actually so afraid of it. And even I have seen some friends who are doing the painting and they say we don't accept the plastering anymore because the sanding job is the worst. I said, so when you are not doing the plastering job and even the sanding job, so who is going to do it? Because your main job is this, you are doing the painting and plastering. Why they don't accept it anymore? Everybody is escaping from it, everybody is running away from it, but there is no way. It has to be done, but when you do it actually in a proper way, it's gonna give you a good feeling after it. Just do it in the proper way and savor it. If you savor it, it's not gonna be boring for you, and you enjoy the dust coming out of the ceiling and the walls. Just enjoy it like a snow. Just stay under it and enjoy it. Oh my god, look at this dust. These are too beautiful. Just gonna go and savor the rest of the sanding. You can just watch it out and subscribe me if you find it useful. So you will help me to actually bring my business a little bit up and just help me to build this business.